Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Moo, and I'm WACAP's Vice President of Adoptions, and I'm also an adoptive mom. I love what I do for children and families at WACAP, and I hope that this brief webinar helps you learn more about adopting from India. There are so many questions and choices in adoption, and we hope to help you as you gather information and consider the path that is right for your family. In this webinar, we'll talk about the children that need adoption, adoptive family eligibility requirements, matching a child with your family, steps in the adoption process and general timeframes, and contact details to gather more information. WACAP offers personalized support to families considering adoption, and we welcome your questions anytime. First, let's discuss the children from India who are in need of adoption. Most often, children may have been relinquished by birth family or have been found abandoned and then brought to an orphanage. The orphanage then works with local authorities to reunify the child with birth family if possible. If this isn't possible, the child is registered for adoption. The majority of these orphanages are small private institutions with a good ratio of caregivers to children. A few are larger government orphanages with limited staffing and resources. The children in need of adoption vary from babies around the age of 12 months on up to 12 years. The health of these children vary from children who are considered healthy by the Indian government to children with significant medical or developmental needs, we call individual needs. We assist many families each year who are of Indian origin and hoping to adopt a younger child who is considered healthy by the Indian government. These children are generally between 12 to 36 months at time of matching and have transient medical conditions or need the government considers minor. There are also school-age children that wait to be adopted who don't have any diagnosed needs. Otherwise, the largest number of children waiting to be adopted are listed on a database managed by the Indian government adoption authority known as CARA. These children have a wide range of individual needs. These needs can range from what may be considered to be more mild, for example, hearing or vision impairments, blood conditions such as hepatitis B, correctable heart conditions, or burn scars. It can also mean needs that are considered quite significant, like blindness, involved cerebral palsy, or Down syndrome. Terms like mild, significant, and even healthy are really subjective. WACAP is happy to talk with you to help you learn about the children in need families and what types of needs your families may be open to considering. At any given time, the database that the Indian government manages has hundreds of children listed who are in need of adoption and waiting for families. Due to Indian government restrictions, WACAP is not permitted to publicly share information about children waiting for adoption. But we do share information with families who have inquired with WACAP. So please contact us to learn about the kids that are waiting right now. Now let's talk about eligibility requirements. At least one spouse needs to be a U.S. citizen. The age of the adopted parents will depend on the child to be adopted. Parents with a combined age of 109 years are eligible to adopt from India. Those with a combined age under 90 may be able to adopt children younger than 48 months. For example, a couple who are 42 and 45 years old will have a combined age of 87 and can adopt, therefore, a child that is up to 48 months old. For single parents seeking a young child, the age limit is 44, unless you are open to an older child. Couples must be married at least 2 years. Indian nationals eligible to adopt a younger child that India considers healthy can have no more than one child in the home. However, families wishing to adopt children 5 years of age and older or who have an individual need may have up to 3 children already in the home. Single men and women may apply to adopt children with identified special needs. These include older children who are considered healthy. There may be flexibility in the requirements for families adopting a child who is 6 years old or older. Generally, India is seeking families who are mentally and physically healthy. For families who have a current or past medical or mental health issue, additional documentation from your healthcare professional will be needed. Please don't hesitate to contact us to explore this. In some areas of India, the local Indian courts may take other issues into consideration. Issues such as number of divorces, income, health status, and history of arrest might be taken into consideration. The adoption process can seem overwhelming, but it's just much easier if you break it down into steps. Right now, you are in the inquiry and application stage. If you don't have access to WACAP's Getting Started portal on our website, we'll provide direct contact information at the end of this webinar. In our Getting Started portal, you'll find our application with lots of country and adoption information. Once you've decided to move forward and have applied, you'll start working on your home study. Most home studies take about 3 to 4 months to complete and include training and support as you prepare for adoption. If you live in a state where WACAP is licensed, we can provide this service for your family. Otherwise, we can give you a list of home study agencies that are local to you. When your family for home study for India is complete and approved, families of Indian origin typically wait about 6 to 36 months to be matched with a younger child that India considers healthy. Any family seeking to adopt a school-age child who is considered healthy may be matched within about 3 to 12 months. All other families seeking to adopt children with identified needs will wait about 1 to 6 months to be matched with a child who is on the CARO web database. Once you have received information about a child, you'll have some time to consider the child's information, review the information with the doctor, and ask questions. We'll provide you with support and be able to ask questions and gain the information you need to make a good decision about the match. Once a match has become formal, the next steps involve the actual legal adoption process in India. This can take about 7 to 15 months, most commonly about a year. You will then be invited to travel to India and meet your child and bring him or her home. This trip is often about 10 to 14 days in country. Finally, you are home with your child. Your social worker will then write several reports as required by CARA so they know how your adjustment is going with your son or daughter. WACAP believes in offering long-term support and resources and hopes to be helpful before, during, and after your child joins your family. The time frames talked about here are averages, and a family's individual experience can vary significantly in either direction, both longer and or shorter. At WACAP, we are mindful of keeping families informed at each step of their adoption process so you can know how your case is processing. We know that you likely have lots of questions. There are a lot to think about. Here are a few ways that you can reach us. A great place to start is to call or email WACAP, and we can connect you to resources and information to help you sort out options and answers to any questions that you may have. At WACAP, we work every day to accomplish our vision. We believe that there is a family for every child. Let's get started finding that child who just might be waiting for you. Whether you are ready now or simply exploring possibilities, thanks so much for watching.